It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
From a beautiful evening in Lawrenceville, New Jersey, we welcome you to CVC Girls High School Lacrosse on the WBCB Sports Network. Alongside Freddie Valentino, I'm Jordan Hirsch, and today's matchup features the 1-5 Lawrence Cardinals taking on the 3-1 Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Today's game on the WBCB Sports Network is brought to you by Fish Clothing Company. Fish represents the core values you dedicate to yourself every day. We want to inspire you to be the best and most fulfilled version of yourself. FISH is an acronym standing for faith, faith in oneself and those around you. Integrity, always evolve with integrity. Strength, through adversity comes strength. And honor, there is honor in the fight. And Freddie, I'd like to welcome you into our pregame festivities because today is a very important and special day here at Notre Dame High School. It is the Morgan's Message game for Notre Dame Lacrosse. Can you talk a little bit about just what Morgan's Message represents and why it's so important here to high school lacrosse?
Yeah, absolutely. Jordan, thank you for having me here today. It's truly a privilege. The Notre Dame girls have worked really, really hard. This is, we'll say, their first go-around. They started at the beginning of this school year. They have a group of about 6 ambassadors now representing, and it's continuing to grow. The girls believe in Morgan's Message, taking a shot at mental health. It's really important to have that key component. You're not just an athlete, you're a human as well, so you need to take care of yourself, support one another. Today is Notre Dame's dedication game, so it's really important to them.
And as for the game at hand here between Lawrence and Notre Dame, let's start with them. They come in at 3-1, won their first 3 games of the season before losing their home opener on April 10th against Allentown 14-4. Freddie, I know you've got a couple of daughters on this team. Could you talk about how Notre Dame's kind of gotten to this point in their season and what you kind of expect from them here tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. I do have 2 daughters. I have a sophomore attacker and I have a senior defender, opposite ends of the field. They were off to a really good start. Their first 3 games, collectively, I would say the motion around the field and the transition has been really good. A lot of players have contributed to the scoring. It's not particularly one individual, and it's just really a team effort. I mean, they're growing together. You've got a couple sophomores that have taken really the forefront of the game along with some of our seniors. They're trying to grow and learn from them and continue to move and keep this team bonding and moving successfully forward.
And we were talking before we went on the air, we've also got milestone watch going on tonight. Amelia Eilbacher, the senior midfielder who's headed to VCU. She has 96 career points, just 4 away from that number 100 mark, the century mark. And also the head coach here at Notre Dame, Brian Fisher, with a win tonight. He would reach 200 career wins. Can you just talk a little bit about Coach Fisher and also Amelia Eilbacher, what they've kind of meant to this program here at Notre Dame?
Yeah, well, the program is, it's a great program. I mean, Fish and the belief in faith, along with this Morgan's Message, I mean, it's truly number one to Fish. I mean, his program that he builds upon these players supporting one another and, eliminating the stigma that, all the stress and the pressure that they put on themselves. Him coming to this practice every day and working with these girls, some of the things they have to do is talk and bring up things every time they're here, not just warming up and playing the game. He thinks it's important every day to come in with a clear head, move forward, be there for each other. The same thing with Amelia Eilbacher. I mean, she comes into the game. She's definitely a believer of that, the passion of the lacrosse. She is our strongest draw specialist. Amelia, like you said, she's just about approaching her 100 points. She also just passed her 100 draw controls, which is pretty awesome. She's definitely instrumental and a key player on this team.
Yeah, and she's already up to 10 goals this season, 15 points. She scored 27 goals in her freshman and junior seasons as well here at Notre Dame. Definitely a player we're going to be looking to watch for on this Notre Dame Fighting Irish squad. As for their opponent, the 1-5 Lawrence Cardinals, it's been a tough start to the season for them. They've been in many of their games, just haven't been able to pull it out at the end. They've lost 3 consecutive games. Hopewell Valley They fell 16-11. Then a close match against Delran, losing 17-16 before falling to Steiner in their most recent game, 12-5. Lawrence, they're looking to get their winning ways back, have not had an above 500 season since 2021. This is an offense that comes in scoring 9 goals per game, allowing 13.2 goals per game, and they play in a CVC Valley division that is kind of there for the taking. Only one team above 500, that's Robbinsville at 3-1. So just because the Cardinals are off to this 1-5 start does not mean they still can't do some damage in the CVC Valley division. We are counting down towards the opening draw here on the campus of Notre Dame High School. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will have opening lineups and the opening draw from Notre Dame next on WBCB Sports Network.
In a world where every choice we make can impact someone's life, one brand is leading the way towards a brighter future. Introducing Fish. We are on a mission to raise awareness of the mental health issues many face every day, especially children, student athletes, and veterans. Join us at Fish and be a part of something bigger than yourself. Together, we can make waves of difference in the world.
In a world where every voice matters, there's a brand that stands out. Fish, not just a clothing company, but a movement for change. We're dedicated to raising awareness about mental health issues, especially among children, student athletes, and veterans. Our brand was born from the belief that clothing can be a powerful tool for expression and support. Join us at Fish Clothing Company and be part of a community that's making a difference.
1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
In a world where every choice we make can impact someone's life, one brand is leading the way towards a brighter future. Introducing Fish. We are on a mission to raise awareness of the mental health issues many face every day, especially children, student athletes, and veterans. Join us at Fish and be a part of something bigger than yourself. Together, we can make waves of difference in the world.
In a world where every voice matters, there's a brand that stands out. Fish, not just a clothing company, but a movement for change. We're dedicated to raising awareness about mental health issues, especially among children, student athletes, and veterans. Our brand was born from the belief that clothing can be a powerful tool for expression and support. Join us at Fish Clothing Company and be part of a community that's making a difference.
1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Welcome back to CVC Girls High School Lacrosse action on the WBCB Sports Network alongside Freddie Valentino. I'm Jordan Hirsch as we count down the minutes and now seconds to our opening draw. Let's run down the lineups first for the visiting Lawrence Cardinals, who enter at 1 and 5. It's the freshman midfielder Alexis Audit, number 4 Victoria Zapolska, the sophomore defender, senior attacker Haley Jodoin alongside her sister midfielder, another senior Kendall Jodoin, the defender senior Dina Kojim, junior midfielder Liliana Calderon, number 13, freshman attacker Alexis Carigliano, the junior attacker number 16 Amanda Lipko, junior defender Mia Quattrochi, the sophomore midfielder Kaylin Laflemme, and it's rounded out by the junior attacker Charlie Corsos, and in net is Sofia Oyagari Corrado. And for the home team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, the rider commit senior midfielder Emily Javik alongside sophomore defender Mickey O'Connell, number 9 Grace Koziol, the junior defender, the senior defender number 11 Sammy Davis, the VCU commit Amelia Eilbacher, senior midfielder, junior midfielder Ellie Marone, number 16, number 19 sophomore attacker Capri Valentino, alongside her sister, the senior defender number 20 Sienna Valentino. 25 is Michaela Driscoll, a junior attacker, and rounding it out with the sophomore attacker Reese Parker, senior defender Cam Beadle. In net will be the senior goalie Margaret Ritson, and then sophomore attacker number 36 Aubrey Davis. Two teams about set to take the field. We're going to send it to break one more quick time before we get back to action here on the WBCB Sports Network.
In a world where every choice we make can impact someone's life, one brand is leading the way towards a brighter future. Introducing Fish. We are on a mission to raise awareness of the mental health issues many face every day, especially children, student athletes, and veterans. Join us at Fish and be a part of something bigger than yourself. Together, we can make waves of difference in the world.
In a world where every voice matters, there's a brand that stands out. Fish, not just a clothing company, but a movement for change. We're dedicated to raising awareness about mental health issues, especially among children, student athletes, and veterans. Our brand was born from the belief that clothing can be a powerful tool for expression and support. Join us at Fish Clothing Company and be part of a community that's making a difference.
1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Welcome back to Notre Dame High School. Stick checks being done here but for the Cardinals and for the Fighting Irish. Taking a look at this Notre Dame Fighting Irish squad, 3-1. They won their first 3 games before falling to Allentown on April 10th in their home opener. Still looking for that first home win of the season. They've won 5 consecutive games against Lawrence, have not lost to them since 2011, and this matchup really hasn't been all that close either, with Notre Dame outscoring LHS 87-3 during that span, including a monster 19-1 win over the Cardinals last season. This is a high-powered, Fighting Irish offense that come in averaging just under 16 goals per game this year, allowing an average of only 5 goals per game. They have not allowed double-digit goals since their first game of the year back on April 5th. They're competing in a much tougher CVC Colonial division that has no team currently below 500. But Freddie, I'd like to bring you back in here because this Notre Dame team, we talked about it a little bit earlier in the pregame, they've got a lot of talented players, and they've got to believe that they've got as good of a shot as anyone in this division to be able to take home that crown at the end of the season.
Yeah, no doubt. I think they do. They got to be on point. They got to play together. They got to believe in each other, and they got to collectively, like I mentioned before, move the ball up the field. If they do that, there's no reason why they can't be right up there.
And again, this is the Morgan's Message game here at Notre Dame. This game also brought to you by Fish Clothing Company as Notre Dame getting set to take the field. Lawrence still back in their huddles. Cardinals will be in their road black uniforms with the black tops, black shorts, red numbering and lettering with the white trim. As little opening warm-ups here for Notre Dame. Head coach Brian Fisher just one win away from number 200 in his coaching career here in his 12th season at the helm at Notre Dame High School. Also coaches the men's varsity soccer team as well as the JV boys basketball team here as the Notre Dame Fighting Irish come over to kind of salute their home crowd. I think we're going to take one more quick break as they do their pregame prayer, and we'll be back with the opening draw next on the WBCB Sports Network.
In a world where every choice we make can impact someone's life, one brand is leading the way towards a brighter future. Introducing Fish. We are on a mission to raise awareness of the mental health issues many face every day, especially children, student athletes, and veterans. Join us at Fish and be a part of something bigger than yourself. Together, we can make waves of difference in the world.
Welcome back to Notre Dame High School alongside Freddie Valentino. I'm Jordan Hirsch. Both teams getting set to take the field now. Cardinals enter at 1-5. Notre Dame looking for that 4th win of the season, entering at 3-1. And again, this is our first high school lacrosse broadcast of the year here on the WBCB Sports Network. A couple new rule changes, one of them including now 12-minute quarters as opposed to the 25-minute halves of years past. And Freddie, I want to get your thoughts on whether or not you like the rule changes, something that, you know, if it's something that you'd rather see the 12-minute quarters, or if you were a bigger fan of the 25-minute halves.
I was definitely used to the 25-minute halves. Being someone who helped coach the youth lacrosse in my town with my daughters the whole time. So this is new to us, but so far this season I definitely gotten used to it. I don't think it bothers me as well as the coach that we have 4 quarters now. They actually switch at each quarter, opposite ends of the field.
And so Lawrence has already taken the field, just awaiting Notre Dame now. And taking the draw for Lawrence will be the senior midfielder Kendall Jodoin. 19 draw controls on the season, 3 goals, 4 assists. That's 7 points for the senior. And Amelia Eilbacher will head to the center of the field to take the draw along with her. She, of course, picked up earlier in the season her 100th career draw control, up to 106 now. She enters this game with 23 on the season. As the wind whips here in Lawrence. It's been a windy day, but it can't have it much better than 77 and sunny in mid-April. And we are underway, ball on the ground.
Ooh, early start.
And
Lawrence ball.
And so it will be the Cardinals controlling. And they'll move it up, long pass up ahead. Taking it towards the middle goes Haley Jodoin. Ball loose on the ground in front of the net. And Notre Dame comes away with it, and now they'll have their first possession. Up ahead, trying to get that one to Reese Parker. Ground ball picked up by Aubrey Davis. She gets double teamed. And now will move up. Gets around her defender. Gets to the top of the fan. Sends it back behind the net. Wheeling back out with it, Capri Valentino. Up top to Ellie Marone. Around to Javik, the rider commits senior. Eilbacher tries to receive the handoff and now does off the ground. Back behind the net to Marone. She'll wheel out in front, send it into the middle. There's Valentino, a shot, and she scores. Capri Valentino gets Notre Dame on the board first. It's 1-0.
Well done. Nice assist from Aubrey.
So Aubrey Davis to Capri Valentino for the first goal of the evening. And just a minute and 2 seconds in, the Irish have grabbed the early lead. Jodoin and Eilbacher ready for the draw control. Up in the air, and it's taken by Notre Dame and Emily Javik. She'll move up. Irish on top, 1-0 here early. Javik will slow it down, feed it back up top to Marone. And over onto the left side, there's Parker. Cross to the top of the point. Eilbacher works her way in, surveying her options. Back up top to Javik. Of course, no shot clock here, so Notre Dame could take as long as they want. Into the middle, there's a shot and another goal. That time it's Reese Parker extending the Irish lead to 2. Parker, her 13th goal of the season. Give her 18 points as well. Coming off of a season last year, 23 goals, 9 assists. And she's over halfway to that goal mark already here, just a little over 4 games in. Eilbacher is now up to 107 draw controls. This one picked up by Notre Dame, and they'll move up. Cutting on in, and that shot is denied by the goaltender, Sofia Oyagari-Corrado, her first save of the evening. Irish keep possession behind their net. Javik to the side. Up top they go to Michaela Driscoll, and now Eilbacher. Back to Driscoll, they'll play catch. They switch positions. Here's Parker, who's already got 1 goal today. The feed around the side. Eilbacher cuts to the middle inside the arc. She'll wheel her way back out. And we've got whistles. And it looks like a foul against Lawrence. And so penalty shot for Notre Dame. Eilbacher with the ball. She'll pass it in the middle. There's Javik, a shot, and she scores just like that. 3-0 Irish on top, not even 3 minutes in. Javik, Capri Valentino, and Reese Parker all with tallies with still 9:19 to play in the first quarter. And this high-powered Notre Dame offense flexing their muscles early. Emily Javik, who will be playing at Rider next season. This year, of course, their first year over there at Rider with girls lacrosse. Irish control this draw. Here's Eilbacher feeding it to Davis. Notre Dame looking to keep their foot on the gas pedal. Don't want to let up 3-0 here early, but you know they would like to strike for even more. Driscoll behind the net to Valentino, and back up top, there's Marone. Marone across to Eilbacher. That knee brace on her left knee. She wheels around behind the net with it. Down to 8:45 to play in the opening quarter. 3-0 Notre Dame. Eilbacher comes out in front into the middle. There's a shot by Valentino, and she's got her second goal of the evening. Capri Valentino, the sophomore attacker, now up to 93 career points with her 2 goals today. Now 7 away from number 100, and a timeout called by Lawrence. We're going to take it with them. 8:38 to play, first quarter, already 4-0 Irish. We'll be back with more high school lacrosse next on the WBCB Sports Network.
In a world where every choice we make can impact someone's life, one brand is leading the way towards a brighter future. Introducing Fish. We are on a mission to raise awareness of the mental health issues many face every day, especially children, student athletes, and veterans. Join us at Fish and be a part of something bigger than yourself. Together, we can make waves of difference in the world.
Welcome back to the campus of Notre Dame High School, where the Irish on top of the Cardinals right now, 4-0. And Freddie, obviously a picture-perfect start here for Notre Dame. What have you liked out of their game so far?
The girls are coming out strong. They're doing really well with the draw, the passing up the field, working it behind X, and coming across with the feeds. It's not been a ball that's been taken right to the goal, right? So there's nothing better than watching good, clean passes and every goal scored off an assist. That's beautiful lacrosse right there. That's what we love to see.
Yeah, and if you're the Cardinals, got to first be able to get possession here off of these draws, because it's tough to score, obviously, when you don't have the ball. And it's been the Irish with most of the possession so far. Really, Lawrence has only had the ball just that one time off the early start from the opening draw. And so already 4-0 Notre Dame, not even 4 minutes in. Again, a team that averages just under 16 goals per game. They've dominated this matchup in recent years. So far, more of the same, but still early. This draw scooped up by Javik, and again the Irish control. Davis defended tightly by Mia Quattrochi. Back behind the net is Marone, looking for somewhere to go with it. Comes back to her right and finds Davis at the side of the net. And she'll send it back up top to Marone. And now Javik. Javik already has 1 goal today, gets inside the fan, back up top. Marone wheels towards the center, fakes the pass, now gives it to Eilbacher, gets run into, and she'll pull it back out. Ball loose on the ground, Eilbacher goes back to pick it up. Notre Dame up by 4, very deliberate with their offense right here. Davis gets inside the fan, finds down low. Marone cuts the middle, hits the goalpost. Ball loose, and it's scooped up by Zapolska for Lawrence. Everything but the finish there. And now the Cardinals with a chance to possess. Here they come in transition. Kaylin LaFlame cutting up the center of the field. LaFlame off on the right side to Corsos. 13 goals for her on the season. She'll go back behind the net. And another whistle. Corsos looking for somewhere to go with it. Wheels back up top. Still with the possession. Puts a spin move. Gets into a double team. And a foul going against Notre Dame, it looks like. That's now a free shot here for Corsos at the top of the 8-meter. Trying to get Lawrence on the board. Corsos bounces it, and she scores. Charlie Corsos, her 14th goal of the season, and the Cardinals are on the board. 21 goals last year as a sophomore, and now as a junior, already up to 14. Give her 19 points on the season with that goal. She's been one of the better players on this Cardinals team as they've gone through some early season struggles and some early game struggles here as well, but we'll see if that goal unlocks something for the Cardinals, now trailing at 4-1, 6:33 to play first quarter. This one picked up by the Irish, and Ellie Marone, she'll bring it up. Marone looking to do it all by herself, will bring it all the way back around behind the net. Off to her teammate. There's Valentino to Reese Parker, and they'll reel it back up top. Halfway through the first quarter and 5 seconds. Parker gets into the middle, brings it back out and finds Eilbacher, still looking for her first goal of the game. Eilbacher ducks inside and pulls it back out top to the point. Little miscommunication on that pass. Ball still loose, still being fought for, and the ground ball is controlled by Parker. She'll wheel in and score. How about that? Reese Parker, her second goal of the evening, and after some craziness with the ground ball, she has a one-on-one with the goaltender and makes it 5-1. Reese Parker, that last goal had given her 50 career points, now up to 51. This one's controlled by Eilbacher. Notre Dame continues to dominate the draw control section of this game. Over halfway through the first quarter, already 5-1 Irish. They're looking for more. They've had possession for most of this game so far. Valentino, who's already got 2 first quarter goals, sends it back behind the net to Davis. Aubrey Davis surveys her options, looking for a teammate in white. Finds Capri Valentino. They go up top. There's Javik, looking aggressive, gets hit up high, and that's a foul. And it'll be a yellow card, so now player up for Notre Dame. It'll be 11-on-10 as the senior midfielder Kendall Jodoin will head off for 2 minutes. Javik at the top of the 8-meter. Looking to extend this Notre Dame lead. Already on top 5-1 with 5:03 to play in the first. The lefty shot from Javik bounces it. That hits the goal post, second post. Javik gets knocked to the ground, and that's going to be another foul. Javik will get another shot at this after hitting the goal post on her last shot. This time she wheels on in, bounces it again, and she scores. Emily Javik now with 2 goals on the day, and it's 6-1 Notre Dame. So it's Javik, Capri Valentino, and Reese Parker with 2 goals apiece to get Notre Dame out to this 5-goal advantage here, still with 4:37 to play in the first. For Javik, it's her 7th goal of the season. And for the Cardinals right now, it's really just about trying to get possession, but they lose another draw. This one controlled by Eilbacher. In and out of the net of Parker, she'll pick it back up. Parker, Javik, and Capri Valentino all within 1 goal of a first quarter hat trick as Valentino races over towards the sideline to get that one. Driscoll working slowly. They go behind the net to Eilbacher. As the clock ticks down towards 4 minutes, Eilbacher tried to feed it into the middle. It's going to be picked up by Marone, and she'll bring it back out top. Marone to Eilbacher. Picks it up on the edge of the 8-meter and pulls it back out. Again, Notre Dame in no particular hurry. Valentino around, sets it into the middle for Davis, and that one is denied by Uriagori Corrado. Her 2nd save of the game. And Lawrence will take possession. Moving up with it is LaFlame. She'll continue to go across the midfield line. LaFlame up the middle, looking to put the moves on Javik, trying to get around her. Kaylin LaFlame, 3 goals this season, continues to possess. And another whistle. Here's Corsos, who's got the lone goal of the game so far for the Cardinals. They'll bring it back behind her net. Down to 2:55 to play first quarter. Corsos around the other side. Double team has it stripped, and it's picked up by Notre Dame. Now the Irish in transition. Here's Parker in the middle. She's already got 2. Parker gets around her defender, wheels on in, shoots and scores. It's a first quarter hat trick for Reese Parker, and it's 7-1 Irish. Another bounce shot there for the Irish. They're taking advantage of that, as it seems that's kind of the game plan here, try to go low on the freshman goaltender for the Cardinals.
Got a switch on the draw. Got Emily Javik going to take the draw. Amelia's still in the circle.
Javik with 10 draw controls this year. And Kendall Jodoin, the senior midfielder, in there for Lawrence. Ball up in the air. And this one will belong to the Cardinals. Lawrence down by 6. Jodoin passes it off to Corsos, and now she'll find a teammate. And wheeling back up along the fan for Lawrence goes Alexis Corigliano. The Flame, pass too high as it rolls towards the fencing, and it'll be picked up by the Irish. They'll control. Not really a clean possession there for the Cardinals. Passing wasn't really as crisp. And this one nearly turned over, ball on the ground, and it's scooped up by the Irish again. They'll look for more. Here comes Marone, as the Irish will set up their offense once again. That's been the theme of this first quarter. The Irish have controlled this one really from the opening draw and have gone out to this 6-goal lead. 85 seconds to play in the first. They'll pass it around the perimeter. Valentino up top to Marone. Now Parker, who's already got 3 in this first. As we tick down towards 60 seconds to play in the opening quarter, Eilbacher cuts in and scores. Amelia Eilbacher gets on the board late in the first, and it's 8-1 Notre Dame. You can make that 97 career points as well for the senior midfielder as she inches closer to the century mark. Javik and Jodoin here for this draw. Javik, one of the better draw control players on this Irish team as well. This one loose, and it's scooped up by the Cardinals, and then getting hit up high was Kendall Jodoin. That's a foul against the Irish. And it's going to be a yellow card on Eilbacher, and so now player up situation for Lawrence as they look to get on the board for the second time. 50 seconds to play first quarter. And the Cardinals will enjoy some 11-on-10 action. Jodoin up ahead to LaFlame. Into the middle they go, Corigliano. They get it there, and a shot and a goal. Quickly, the Cardinals answer in the player up and make it 8-2. That one scored by the freshman Alexis Audit, her 6th goal of the season. So very efficient offense there by the Cardinals as they get the player up and go right to work. And we'll see if that gives them a little bit of momentum here at the end of the first. Got to be able to hold the Irish off the board before we switch ends. A little confusion here on this draw with Javik and Jodoin putting their sticks together, getting ready. This one will be scooped up nearly by Parker. Instead, it's picked up by the Cardinals, and Javik gets it right back for the Irish. 23 seconds to work with in the first. Valentino around behind the cage. Will get it to the side and spin her way back behind, down to 12 seconds. Valentino gets to the middle, and another save made by Uyaguri Corrado. Down to 5 seconds to play here. She'll get it away, and time is going to run out on the first quarter. 8-2, Irish on top of the Cardinals. A dominating opening 12 minutes for Notre Dame. 12 down, 36 to go. We'll take a quick break and be right back with the second on the WBCB Sports Network.
In a world where every choice we make can impact someone's life, one brand is leading the way towards a brighter future. Introducing Fish. We are on a mission to raise awareness of the mental health issues many face every day, especially children, student athletes, and veterans. Join us at Fish and be a part of something bigger than yourself. Together, we can make waves of difference in the world.
In a world where every voice matters, there's a brand that stands out. Fish, not just a clothing company, but a movement for change. We're dedicated to raising awareness about mental health issues, especially among children, student athletes, and veterans. Our brand was born from the belief that clothing can be a powerful tool for expression and support. Join us at Fish Clothing Company and be part of a community that's making a difference.
Car buying made simple at Hyundai of Trenton, 1655 North Olden Avenue, Ewing Township. Over 100 new Hyundai models from Elantras and Sonatas to SUVs like the Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, and Palisade, including hybrid models. Hyundai of Trenton has the inventory, including a huge selection of pre-owned certified vehicles. No market adjustments on any car in stock. Get an extra $1,000 rebate, trade-in value towards any new vehicle. Hyundai of Trenton will buy your vehicle even if you don't purchase a car. Fast payment, top dollar paid for your car. Hyundai of Trenton, car buying made simple, in the area's fastest growing dealership at 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. We welcome you back to CVC Girls High School Lacrosse on the WBCB Sports Network. Alongside Freddie Valentino, I'm Jordan Hirsch. A picture-perfect start for Notre Dame as they're on top 8-2 after the opening 12 minutes. And now the teams will switch sides. Irish will be shooting on the right cage and Lawrence on the left. So far for the Cardinals, Alexis Audit and Charlie Corsos with a goal apiece. As for Notre Dame, 2 for Emily Javik, 1 for Amelia Eilbacher, 2 for Capri Valentino, and a first quarter hat trick for the sophomore attacker Reese Parker. This draw controlled. It was about to be controlled by Javik. She got hit up high, and it will go to Notre Dame. Emily Javik, the senior midfielder, rider commit, carries it up for the Irish. And this has kind of been the name of the game so far for Notre Dame. Just get possession off these draws and go to work on offense. They're very deliberate. They'll pass it around the perimeter here and kind of just wait for their shot, try to break down this Lawrence defense, get into the middle of that 8-meter, and that's where they've gone to work really the entire way through so far. Marone to Javik. She'll slow it down and pull it back out. Coming out to defend her, Liliana Calderon. Calderon causing a little bit of havoc here for Javik as she gets around her now, gets to the top of the fan, tries to send it down low and ends up right in the net of the goaltender, Oyagori Corrado. This one on the ground, and it's scooped up by Corsos. Corsos with Driscoll all up on her. And actually make that Liliana Calderon as she tries to feed it to Audit, and she's able to scoop it up. Audit to Jodoin. She gets double teamed and gets into the attacking zone. Cardinals down here 8-2, but still plenty of time. Their offense, when they've had the ball, has looked good at times, also not so much on some of their possessions. Jodoin around behind the net. And we've got a whistle.
A little too aggressive. Stick the body there. The ref's going to call that foul. She's going to go 4 meters behind. Lawrence possession.
So Haley Jodoin to Corsos, who's got one of the 2 goals for the Cardinals so far this evening. Kendall Jodoin now behind the net. Trying to get it in front. That feed in front gets deflected, and it will be scooped up by the Irish. Trying to get that one there to Kaylin LaFlame.
Goal circle violation. The Irish put their stick in their own goalie's crease.
So the Cardinals catch a break, and they'll retain possession. Down to 9:15 to play till halftime. Jodoin into the middle, and a shot off the helmet of the goaltender, Ritson. That shot coming from Corigliano. Nearly got her first goal of the day, but instead it remains a 6-goal Irish lead, and now they'll move up in transition. Bumpton fouled was Cam Beadle, the senior defender. Eilbacher to Valentino, gets around her defender, down the alley, and she'll again wheel behind the net. That's been the play so far for Capri Valentino, who's got 2 goals so far. Marone gets bumped, loses the ball, and that's going to be a foul.
She's outside on the 12, though. That's going to be an indirect. She can't go straight to goal.
And there's a shot and a goal out of the stick of Marone. And we'll make it 9-2. She was able to kind of cut to the middle there of the 8-meter arc and whipped it past the goaltender, Oyagori Corrado, for the 9th tally of the evening for the Irish.
Got Amelia Eilbacher back on the draw.
It's again up over 100 draw controls now for her high school career. Eilbacher and Kendall Jodoin, and this one is won by Eilbacher. She'll scoop it up. 4 minutes in, second quarter. Glad you could join us for some CVC Girls High School Lacrosse on the WBCB Sports Network. Michaela Driscoll feeds it back to Eilbacher. Javik has trouble with that, but scoops it right back up easily. Javik trying to get into the middle of the 8-meter, instead forced back out top. Driscoll with it. And she'll find Valentino. And now Reese Parker, who's already got 3. Eilbacher at the top of the fan. Will feed it behind the net. Little trouble with it back there, but it's easily scooped up for the Irish. Capri Valentino going to be content to bring it back behind the net again. Again, the Irish working very slow, trying to just break down this Cardinals defense. Valentino, a little pirouette, tries to get into the middle, gets there, and then gets tripped up, and that's going to be a yellow card against Lawrence. Or no yellow card, but it will be Valentino with a shot at a hat trick. She'll move in and score. Capri Valentino, the second Irish player with a hat trick in this one, and it's 10-2 Notre Dame. You make that 94 points for Capri Valentino, so now she's 6 away from 100. Eilbacher just 3 away. Freddie, you're a popular man here on the campus of Notre Dame.
Yeah, well, we're right here in Lawrenceville, you know. It's kind of hometown. I've got some family that definitely came to this game to support the Morgan's message, to support my 2 daughters that are out there in this Notre Dame team.
Well, you were saying before the game this is your first time ever doing color commentary.
Oh, absolutely. I spent a lot of time watching girls lacrosse, but I never had the opportunity to commentate.
Into the middle of the 8-meter ball, loose. And it's scooped up by Sienna Valentino. Valentino down the far side, crosses the midfield line. Still with it. She's trying to get around her defender. In Jodoin, Valentino takes her wide. And I will send it back up top to Parker. Parker gets to the point. They'll go back behind the net now. Capri Valentino sends it back up top to Marone. And now Eilbacher. 5:44 to play till halftime. It's a 10-2 Notre Dame lead. Eilbacher trying to get around her defender, puts the spin moves on. And another whistle. Another penalty shot opportunity here for Notre Dame. Eilbacher looking for number 2, and she gets it. 2 goals for Amelia Eilbacher, and now she's 2 points away from 100.
I'm going to correct you on that one. That is her 100th point.
That is
not goal, 100. Point. That's it right there.
And her teammates will surround her and celebrate. The goal makes it 11-2 Notre Dame, so Amelia Eilbacher now, within the first 5 games of the season, has collected her 100th career draw control and now 100th career point. And so hats off to her, the senior midfielder who will be playing at Virginia Commonwealth University next season. Up to 12 goals, 7 assists on the year, and 100 career points. And, you know, Freddie, it's great that the officials allow them to stop the game for a feat like that as well, because obviously you reach the century mark in high school. Not an easy task whatsoever. Yeah. And, you know, it's just great great the officials allow her teammates to kind of come out onto the field and celebrate that momentous occasion for Eilbacher.
Absolutely, no doubt. Very nice of the officials to allow that to happen. The 100-point mark is definitely a milestone.
And so it's been all Notre Dame here through the first little under 17 minutes, or I should say a little under 19 minutes. 11-2 Irish on top, 5:16 to play until the half. And they've really executed their game plan to perfection. They've been excellent on the draw. It seems like they've had possession basically every single time off these draws, and haven't allowed the Cardinals to be able to get any offensive rhythm going, because, I mean, really, how can you when you don't have the ball at all?
The draw is huge in this sport. Definitely. If you don't gain possession, you know, the odds are against you right out of the gate.
And especially with no shot clock, where the team who wins the draw can kind of just hold on for as long as they want before taking a shot. And another one picked up here by the Irish and Ellie Marone. Marone Has that one go out of her net. Able to pick it back up and find Valentino. Capri Valentino with a first half hat trick. Here's Javik sending it up top to Eilbacher. 4 points, 2 goals, 2 assists for the senior. Michaela Driscoll finds Eilbacher up top. And now across to Parker. She's also got a hat trick so far in this game. There goes Davis. She hits the post. Third post hit by the Irish today. And Cardinals a shot at possession. Man, just suffocating Notre Dame defense, and they're able to force the turnover. Here comes Reese Parker cutting it on net, and she scores. Just like that, 12-2 Irish. They force the turnover, and Reese Parker makes quick work for her 4th goal of the day. Always great to see the support here, not only from the fans, but also from the other teams here at Notre Dame, as the boys lacrosse team coming out to support their counterparts. 12-2 Notre Dame. They're being treated to a real good game so far. And another draw control for the Irish. Marone right up the center in transition, feeds it down low. Driscoll, a shot, she goes low. Did it get in? It does not look like it. Making the save with the shoes was Oyagari Corrado. And it will give Lawrence a chance at possession, trailing it by 10 with 3:24 to play until the halftime break. Racing up goes LaFlame. Doubled up top. She'll feed it off on the right side. Jodoin being pestered by Valentino. Will go behind the net. Irish back off a bit. Kendall Jodoin, the senior midfielder. 7 points so far this season for her, down to 3 minutes to play in the first half. Charlie Corsos, who's got one of the 2 Cardinals goals so far. Take it back out of the fan and find LaFlame. Kaylin LaFlame with Javik right on her left hip. Gets around her. LaFlame gets around Valentino and will take it behind the net again. So this time the Cardinals really working their offensive set, being able to get it set up here. They try to go into the middle, and the ball scooped up by the Irish. So that one, is good as that possession had looked early on, it kind of just dissipates quickly as racing up the field with it goes Sammy Davis. Davis will feed Driscoll, and the Irish will slow it down once again. 2:09 to play in the second quarter. Eilbacher, 2 goals, 2 assists. She'll bring it back behind the cage once more. Eilbacher off to Valentino, surveying her options as her teammates try to get open in front. Instead, we'll defer to Eilbacher. Good defense by the Cardinals in front of the net, not letting any of these Irish players get open. Valentino and Eilbacher forced to play catch as we tick down to 1:16 to go till the half. Eilbacher looking for a teammate in white. Deals it off, now cutting towards the middle, and a shot wide. And it will stay with the Irish as Eilbacher goes back to race to pick it up. Cardinals, or I should say Irish, trying to bleed out this first half clock. Driscoll behind the net, wheels out in front, shoots, and another post. And it looks like that one kind of just trickled along the goal line and never went in. So just bad luck there for Michaela Driscoll trying to get on the board. And so 21 seconds to work with here for the Cardinals, trying to get a goal and feel good about themselves going into the locker room. LaFlame deals it off to Jodoin. They try to go in the middle. That one deflected away, and it will be scooped up by the Irish. Just 5 seconds to play till halftime. And the clock will wind down to triple zeros. It's 12-2, a dominating first half of lacrosse for Notre Dame as they lead it by 10 after the opening 24 minutes of play. 24 down, 24 to go. We'll take a quick break and be right back with our halftime show next on the WBCB Sports Network.
Commit.
Perseverance.
Opportunity.
Commitment.
Optimistic.
Faith.
Adversity.
Passion.
Worthy.
Courage.
Perseverance.
Reliable.
Focus.
Gratitude.
Positivity. Fortitude.
Confidence.
Centered. Positivity.
Faith.
Determination.
Perseverance.
Focus. Confidence. Courage.
Mental health to me is about the small battles you face that nobody can see. The strength and willingness to keep going when nothing else seems possible. Through life, we are bound to face adversity, and it is important to remember that tomorrow is just as important as today. Being a part of the Notre Dame girls lacrosse team has taught me that I still have a purpose even when I have an off day.
Mental health plays a fundamental role in each and every one of our lives. Oftentimes, being surrounded by so much pressure in this world, we need to realize that although we are student athletes, we are human beings first and foremost.
To me, mental health means taking care of my emotions and social well-being. There are a lot of distractions today that can make it difficult to see the light at the end, but through my growing faith and relationship with God, I have been blessed to learn that everything happens for a reason and God has a plan. So whenever I may feel overwhelmed with my idea of perfectionism and overthinking, I know that there is a light at the end, and with the support of this team, my family, friends, and God, I can get through anything.
I believe that mental health is equally as important as physical well-being. It is crucial that we focus on the mental aspect of our game in the same way that we do the daily skills we practice. Learning efficient techniques to help control our emotions creates a lasting impact.
To me, mental health is half the battle for every athlete. There's not just a physical side to every game, there's also a mental side. Something that helps me is constant positive self-affirmations and having supportive teammates and coaches. A great mindset will take you farther than any skill.
Sometimes as a goalie, my head plays the game better than me. If I give up a goal or let the ball through, my head makes me feel like I have let the team down. However, I have to remind myself that that is not what being part of a team is. We win and we lose together. Being on a team reminds me we all work together and help take care of each other, mentally and emotionally.
Welcome back to Notre Dame High School. It is the Morgan's Message game here for the Irish. And we're going to turn it over to the team as they present a $1,000 check to Morgan's Message.
And legacy of Notre Dame, a former Duke University lacrosse student athlete who died tragically in July 2019 after battling mental health struggles. Although Morgan's life was cut way too short, her legacy of unconditional love remains. Morgan's Message was created by her family and former teammates with the mission to eliminate the stigma surrounding mental health, normalize the conversations about mental health, and ensure that mental health is treated equally to physical health for all student athletes. For more information on Morgan's life and legacy and how you can help those with mental health struggles, please visit morgansmessage.org. Ladies and gentlemen, you have hats. Please remove your hats for a moment of silence and remembrance of Morgan Rogers. Thank you. And now, I would also like to give a big shout out to Kate Cottrell for the amazing job she did on our Morgan's Message times ND Girls Lacrosse. a shout out to Mr. Bartuska for his help with the filmmaking as well. One last shout out to Reese Parker and my sister Capri Valentino on making the bows for us to wear in today's game. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Erin Marone, and I'm a junior as well as a Morgan ambassador here at Notre Dame. On behalf of the Notre Dame girls lacrosse team, I would like to present this check in the amount of $1,000. We would like to thank Mrs. Parker for the Egg My Yard idea and all the girls and parents who helped make it such a success. Because of their amazing production and Lawrence Egg, we are able to make this huge donation for the pencils, candy, and water, or all proceeds will go towards the Thank you.
And one last thing, just a big thank you to all the parents who helped, and Coach Fish, Miss Rigney, and Coach Frank, who have helped guide me along this way of introducing me to Morgan's message, and I'm so grateful it is a part of my life now. This lacrosse team, this school, so thank you everyone for coming and have a great rest of the game.
Beautifully constructed ceremonies here at halftime between the Cardinals and Fighting Irish. It's a 12-2 Notre Dame lead. We'll take another quick break and be back with the second half of action next on the WBCB Sports Network.
In a world where every choice we make can impact someone's life, one brand is leading the way towards a brighter future. Introducing Fish. We are on a mission to raise awareness of the mental health issues many face every day, especially children, student athletes, and veterans. Join us at Fish and be a part of something bigger than yourself. Together, we can make waves of difference in the world.
Welcome back to Notre Dame High School alongside Freddie Valentino. I'm Jordan Hirsch. Second half of action about set to get underway with a 12-2 Notre Dame lead. And Freddie, really just a picture-perfect first half there for the Irish. I mean, they were able to really get into their offensive sets whenever they wanted to, worked it deliberately around the point, and were able to break down the Cardinals' defense enough to be able to get those 12 goals. What did you like out of the Irish in that first half?
Again, I like there was really what I call me ball. Definitely they swung the ball around. The transition was up the field, was beautiful. They always worked the ball behind the cage, back up to the top to center, usually to Albacher, who then looks from cutters up top or back to Valentino at the bottom, and she's definitely looking to feed and give off a pass to her cutters from up top, and it seemed to work out pretty much every time they tried to execute it, which is pretty awesome.
And, you know, we were talking about it earlier on, just how big the draw controls are in this game. You're seeing it kind of firsthand here. The Irish winning all these draws and really haven't allowed Lawrence to get much possession at all throughout that first half. I mean, and when you've got players like Eilbacher and Javik on your team that are just so good on the draw, I mean, it's really a benefit, obviously, for any team to have two players that are as talented as they are.
Oh, no doubt. Definitely, Jordan. When you gain possession right off the circle, it's pretty hard to take it back without getting fouled, right? So if Lawrenceville was trying to capitalize on that and take the ball from us, a lot of times you get a illegal check. It's too close to the head. Somebody has stick to the body. As soon as they drop that stick horizontal, and we continue to keep possession when those things happen.
Cardinals retaking the field. Irish about set to do the same. They lead it here 12-2, and we'll see if Coach Fisher, who seems to be well on his way to his 200th career win, if he elects to leave the starters out there or perhaps make some substitutions as the second half goes along. And honestly, I think as great as the play was on the field, the best part about that first half is the wind kind of stayed. It had died down. It was really whipping before this game, but it's really turned out to be a nice night here in Lawrenceville. Sun setting behind us, low 70s, and can't ask for much better than a game under the lights. You're warm, you're comfortable in the middle of April, especially the way the weather's been going recently. We had earthquakes, thunderstorms. Great to finally have a nice night for some high school lacrosse.
Yeah, absolutely, Jordan. These spring sports can go either way. We've played in just about freezing temperatures, rainstorms. This is a great night for both of these teams to come together and play for something greater, Morgan's message.
Yeah, and you got to believe the fans and the players love it even more than we do, because they're the ones out there performing, going full speed, and the fans who are here rooting on their teams game in and game out. As the second half is underway, this one controlled by the Cardinals, and the Flame will carry it up. Lawrence trails it 12-2. The Flame will go behind the net. Kaylin LaFlame, who's had a lot of the possession time so far for Lawrence, still has yet to find the score sheet. Charlie Corsos and Alexis Audit with a goal apiece for Lawrence. Here is Corsos, defended by Eilbacher. Gets to the top of the fan, turns the corner, gets cut off. Javik pestering her. Corsos trying to get around and gets hit up high. That's a foul. Charlie Corsos will dish it off to Jodoin, and she'll carry it back behind the net this time. Fed back up to the top of the fan. And now LaFlame. Javik on defense. Forces her wide. LaFlame trying to get around Javik, and does. And again, she'll bring it back behind the cage. Throws this one high up in the air towards the center, kind of into no man's land, and it's picked up by Ellie Marone. Now the Irish a chance in transition. Marone across the midfield stripe. Still with it. Marone cuts towards the middle, gets to the fan, into the 8-meter, shoots and scores. Ellie Marone doing it all by herself to make it 13-2. Second goal of the game for the junior midfielder. Give her 10 on the season. Ellie Marone, a 3-sport athlete here at Notre Dame. Also a part of the field hockey team and girls basketball team, so she's busy fall, winter, and spring. Eilbacher with Kendall Jodoin in the circle for this draw. Eilbacher's been so dominant in this facet really throughout her entire career, but especially here tonight. And it looks like some early movement this time by the Irish. It will be controlled by the Cardinals. Up ahead they go. Here's Corsos. Gets it into the middle. Jodoin shoots it well high. Make that Audit. Firing that one up above the crossbar. And it looks like they call a foul, so Audit with a chance here at a penalty shot. She goes low and she scores. Alexis Audit, the freshman, now with 2 goals on the day, and it's 13-3. Margaret Ritson, the goaltender for the Irish, hasn't had many shots come her way. Now has allowed 3. And the deficit is back to 10 with 8:34 to play in the third quarter. Kendall Jodoin, Amelia Eilbacher in the circle once more. This one up in the air, on the ground, and is scooped up by the Irish. Davis will go behind the net to Capri Valentino. That one was kind of at her feet. And that will be a turnover as it bounces towards the fence, and the Cardinals with a chance to move up. LaFlame in the middle, trying to work around 2 defenders. Cuts up field, gets around both of them, and now is into open space. Kaylin LaFlame loses it, and just like that, another turnover. Irish will bring it back up the other way. Sammy Davis down the far side of the field will deal off to Valentino. Valentino kicks to Javik at the top of the fan. She'll walk it back out to slow it down. Give off to Marone. And now Aubrey Davis back up top to Eilbacher. This has been the setup that we've been used to so far here by the Irish. Eilbacher at the top. Defers to Davis. Gets inside the fan. Quickly pulls it back out. Finds Reese Parker. She's already got 4. Makes a move. Gets to the 8-meter and has her 5th. Reese Parker makes it 14-3. She came into this game with 12 goals on the season. She's got 5 more tonight. That time able to work around a handful of Cardinals defenders. Got herself open in the middle of the arc. And was able to quickly deposit that one into the back of the net. Eilbacher this time loses the draw to Kendall Jodoin. Ball on the ground and still rolling, this time into Cardinals territory. And it's going to roll right over towards the Cardinals bench area. Last touch by Lawrence, it will belong to the Irish. Eilbacher to Valentino. Valentino around behind the net. She's got a hat trick today. They go into the middle. There's a shot and another goal for the Irish. This time it's Aubrey Davis putting herself on the score sheet and making it 15-3. Aubrey Davis, her 3rd goal of the year, the sophomore attacker. And so as the clock ticks down out of 5:15 to play in the 3rd, Notre Dame, it's been more of the same here in the second half as it was in the first, as they've dominated the entire way through. This one scooped up by Driscoll. Michaela Driscoll feeds it off to Valentino. And she'll take it back behind the net. Valentino to Javik. Into the middle, there's a shot, and it rings off the crossbar. Out of the stick there of Marone. Loose ball on the ground, scooped up by Parker, who's already got 5. Parker to the top of the fan. Dishes Valentino, gets in the middle, and scores her 4th goal of the game. An Irish onslaught, and it's 16-3. This draw is this time controlled by the Cardinals, and they'll take over possession with Kaylin LaFlame. There's trouble picking it up. Now's got it. She'll dish it to Jodoin. Into the middle they go. And now LaFlame. LaFlame gets it up top. Corsos, who's got 1, makes the move on Javik. Tries to get around her double team. This time gets hit up high again. I believe that's the 2nd time that Javik's had her stick up high in this 3rd quarter. So Cardinals keep it with Corsos behind the net. Corsos wheels out in front and back up top to the point. LaFlame in the middle, putting a spin move on, trying to get through the double team was Corsos. And she is fouled. So Corso's top of the fan, doubled again, tries to spin her way out of it, and will instead defer to Carigliano, and she'll get it right back. Corsos walks her way in, up top Carigliano, now off on the left side. Jodoin feeds it into the middle, ball loose, scooped up again by the Irish. They've been the first one to all these ground balls here today. Davis into the middle to Javik. Irish with numbers, fed ahead. There's Driscoll into the middle, shoots and scores. Just too easy that time. Michaela Driscoll gets on the board, her first goal of the game, and it's 17-3 Notre Dame.
That was good-looking transition right there. The ball was dropped by Lawrence. Notre Dame capitalized on that, picked that up. I think we had 3 touches to goal on that one.
And now Coach Brian Fisher will go in deeper into his bench. Eilbacher, Javik both out. Kelly Demsko, one of the girls in for the first time.
We've got Ellie Marone on the draw for the Irish.
This one's loose and it's scooped up by the Cardinals with Jodoin. Races up ahead. Jodoin goes wide and around behind the cage again. This one's loose, back behind there. And the Cardinals do come away with it. Wheeling up top goes Corsos. Puts the spin moves on Demsko. Fakes one way, goes the other. Defended tightly. Up top it's Jodoin. Goes towards the side of the cage and again will go back behind the net. Jodoin out the other side. Has it stripped, but was done so illegally and it will stay with the Cardinals. Clock continues to tick down to just 12 seconds to play in this third quarter. All Notre Dame so far, 17-3. This one on the ground and scooped up by Lawrence. 5 seconds left. Cardinals got to get busy. They go to the side of the net with 2 and 1, and that one is taken away, and that is how the third quarter ends. Notre Dame 17, Lawrence 3. 36 minutes in the books, 12 to play from Lawrenceville. We'll take another quick break and be back with more action next on the WBCB Sports Network.
In a world where every voice matters, there's a brand that stands out. Fish, not just a clothing company, but a movement for change. We're dedicated to raising awareness about mental health issues, especially among children, student athletes, and veterans. Our brand was born from the belief that clothing can be a powerful tool for expression and support. Join us.
In a world where every choice we make can impact someone's life, one brand is leading the way towards a brighter future. Introducing Fish. We are on a mission to raise awareness of the mental health issues many face every day, especially children, student athletes, and veterans. Join us at Fish and be a part of something bigger than yourself. Together, we can make waves of difference in the world.
In a world where every voice matters, there's a brand that stands out. Fish, not just a clothing company, but a movement for change. We're dedicated to raising awareness about mental health issues, especially among children, student athletes, and veterans. Our brand was born from the belief that clothing can be a powerful tool for expression and support. Join us at Fish Clothing Company and be part of a community that's making a difference.
Fish Clothing Company represents the core values you dedicate to yourself every day. We want to inspire you to be the best and most fulfilled version of yourself. FISH is an acronym standing for faith, faith in oneself and those around you, integrity, always evolve with integrity, strength, through adversity comes strength, and honor. There is honor in the fight.
I noticed Coach Fisher made a substitution here. We got freshman number 30, that's Grace Marone, so she's playing with her sister who's a junior, Ellie Marone. Now we have two sets of sisters on the field, the Valentinos and the Marones.
And so far, it's been all Notre Dame, and it's always cool, I guess, when you get to play alongside your sibling as well. And the fact that the Irish have really been able to dominate the entire way through this game has allowed Coach Fisher to go deeper into his bench and allow this pair of siblings to get out there. This time controlling it, it's Reese Parker, who's got 5 goals and has really put herself in prime contention to be our Italian People's Bakery player of the game. 17-3, Notre Dame on top as we begin the 4th alongside Freddie Valentino. I'm Jordan Hirsch, and we thank you for taking some time out of your evening to be with us and watch a little girls high school lacrosse on the WBCB Sports Network. Here is Marone. That's Grace Marone. Kicking it to Kelly Demsko. Parker to the side of the net they go. And back up top to Parker. She'll play catch, feed it up top to Demsko. And now Kate Moog also into the game for the first time. Finds Marone, again, slow, deliberate pace. That's been the name of the game for the Irish all evening. Moog goes left and right and feeds it off this time to Beadle. And back around behind the net they go. Parker. Can she get on the board for the 6th time here today? Up top to the point and works her way back where she came from. Hands it off. Valentino into the middle. A shot low and a save made by Uyaguri Corrado. She's been busy in net and she's made a couple of real nice saves in this one. And now Kaylin LaFlame putting it into second gear, but gets interrupted at the midcourt line, or midfield line, by Parker, but it will stay with the Cardinals. They'll move it into the attacking zone. Jodoin off on the right side, content to take it behind the cage as she's pestered closely by her defender. This time feeds it in front, trying to get it to Jodoin, and it's taken away by the Irish. They'll look to move up in transition. Beadle crosses the stripe. Gets her defender turned around and will slow up and feed it up top to Parker. Down to 9:33 to play. Sun beginning to set here in Lawrenceville. Aubrey Davis, who's got a goal tonight. Marone to Beadle. And now Moog. Moog will defer back to Grace Marone. And now up top they go Parker. She's got 5. Parker will flip it underhand to Marone. Tries to get inside, but cut off and will pull it back out. And another whistle. And it will stay with the Irish. Demsko to Parker. Back up top, there's Beadle looking to get on the board for the first time. Thought about taking it inside the arc and thinks better of it, pulls it back out. Reese Parker. Off to Demsko, and that time try to feed it to Beadle. She picks up the ground ball, and the Irish continue to possess. Kate Moog off on the right side to Marone. And that one eludes Capri Valentino behind the net, and the Cardinals will take over. And a quick turnover. Reese Parker intercepts the pass from the goaltender, and the Irish get it right back. Here's Moog. Irish content to let this clock continue to wind. Down to 7:52 to go. They're on top 17-3, so as they've been really this entire game, in no particular hurry. Parker is going to check out alongside Capri Valentino, so 2 new substitutions in for the Irish. Valentino will exit with 4 goals. Parker with 5. They've had the lion's share of the offensive output for the Irish in this one. Moog with it, wheels out in front, and dishes it off to Demsko. Back up top they go with Cam Beadle. Davis gives that one up, cutting inside goes Demsko, and she's interrupted. And so now Kelly Demsko with a chance here at a penalty shot. She'll move on in and couldn't get the shot away. And it appears as though she was fouled. She'll get another chance at it. This time Demsko shoots it wide. Ends up back behind the cage. It will stay with the Irish. Down to 6:16 to go as the clock continues to run on down. Cutting into the middle and scoring is Kate Moog off the bench. And that makes it 18-3. And good to see one of the bench players get on the board here for the Irish. Kate Moog, that's her first goal of the season as it extends Notre Dame's lead to 15. And so another substitution being made as Sienna Valentino will check out. This time it's Cam Beadle on for the draw along with Joe Doyne. And she commits the foul. It will belong to Lawrence. Corsos has to go off her stick, but she retains it. Into the middle there is number 9, Kendall Joe Doyne. She'll slowly jog it up and kick to her sister. They go behind and quickly bring it back. Out top is LaFlame. Ball loose on the ground. Joe Doyne picks it up on the right side of the fan. She'll wheel around behind. 4:50 to go in the 4th. This time they get in the middle, tried a little push shot there. Did Haley Joe Doyne, and that one is sent away by Margaret Ritson, and now she'll look to find a teammate. Irish will move up, leading it 18-3, and interrupted and fouled that time. Was Notre Dame trying to move up in transition. That was Mickey O'Connell with it. And so this time cutting up the middle goes Cam Beadle. Looks to her right, continues to possess. Beadle all the way towards the top of the fan. Will slow it down and send it behind the net. Bringing it back out are the Irish, with Kelly Demsko at the controls. Dishes it off on the right side to Beadle. 3:50 on the 4th quarter clock. Into the middle, this time they go, and it's another goal. This time it comes out of the net of Marone, and it makes it 19-3. Grace Marone, the freshman midfielder, gets on the board for the first time this season to extend the Irish lead up to 16. been more of the same here in this matchup between Notre Dame and Lawrence, as now over the last 6 meetings, the Irish have outscored the Cardinals 106-6. More domination on the part of Notre Dame. Carigliano and Marone in the circle for the draw. Up in the air, and it comes down into the stick of Carolyn Race. Race deals to Moog, who's got a goal off the bench. They go up top to Marone, who's also got one. Now Demsko off on the left side, and they'll deal it back up top to Marone. Now over onto the right side for Race, the sophomore defender. Demsko with it. Goes cross field and out into the net of Race, and she'll play catch with Moog, who dishes it back up top to Marone. She'll go over onto the left side now. Down under 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth, 19-3 Notre Dame. We'll see if they just continue to play this one conservatively or if they'll try to get goal number 20 for the first time this season. Moog up top, Marone. Demsko, a little miscommunication. That pass was behind Vanessa Heitman, and it will careen out of bounds, and it will belong to Lawrence. Audit right up the gut. Deals to Corsos, looking for her second goal. Gets to the top of the arc and gets out of a triple team. And was able to do that while getting impeded, and now Charlie Corsos will have a chance at her second goal of the game. She's got 14 on the year. One-on-one with Ritson. And another save made. Ball trickles towards the goal line. Ritson comes away with it. Impressive stuff that time by Margaret Ritson to be able to stop Corsos one-on-one. Irish back the other way in transition. It's Heitman. Defended closely by Zapolska. She'll deal it up top to Marone. Off to Moog. Down to just 28 seconds remaining. Irish on top 19-3. That pass over the head of Race. Has it stripped. Nearly got it back. And it's taken away 1-on-2 that time by the Cardinals. Up ahead trying to get it to Carigliano, but it's taken back by Giosocio. Down to just 5 seconds to go, 19-3. Down to 2 seconds and 1, and that is going to do it. It is a dominant 19-3 win for Notre Dame. They improve to 4-1 on the season. Cardinals drop to 1-6. And it's Coach Brian Fisher's 200th career win, as well as his players will celebrate with a banner and some balloons. While we step aside, we will be back with our Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game interview right after this on the WBCB Sports Network.
In a world where every choice we make can impact someone's life, one brand is leading the way towards a brighter future. Introducing Fish. We are on a mission to raise awareness of the mental health issues many face every day, especially children, student athletes, and veterans. Join us at Fish and be a part of something bigger than yourself. Together, we can make waves of difference in the world.
In a world where every voice matters, there's a brand that stands out. Fish, not just a clothing company, but a movement for change. We're dedicated to raising awareness about mental health issues, especially among children, student athletes, and veterans. Our brand was born from the belief that clothing can be a powerful tool for expression and support. Join us at Fish Clothing Company and be part of a community that's making a difference.
1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
In a world where every choice we make can impact someone's life, one brand is leading the way towards a brighter future. Introducing Fish. We are on a mission to raise awareness of the mental health issues many face every day, especially children, student athletes, and veterans. Join us at Fish and be a part of something bigger than yourself. Together, we can make waves of difference in the world.
In a world where every voice matters, there's a brand that stands out. Fish, not just a clothing company, but a movement for change. We're dedicated to raising awareness about mental health issues, especially among children, student athletes, and veterans. Our brand was born from the belief that clothing can be a powerful tool for expression and support. Join us at Fish Clothing Company and be part of a community that's making a difference.
1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Welcome back to Notre Dame High School as we are back with our Italian People's Bakery player of the game, Amelia Eilbacher. Amelia, you've won a gift card for a free sandwich at the Italian
Thank you so much.
People's Bakery.
Thank you.
And you pick up your 100th career point. I mean, how special was that moment? All your teammates come out to celebrate there with you. What was it like being out on the field at that time?
It was definitely a special moment. I mean, getting to celebrate it with the teammates who got me there, I definitely wouldn't have been able to do it without them. This is truly like a once-in-a-lifetime group that we have here, and all the girls that played before us had an impact on our game, so I'm very thankful for all of them.
And you pick up your first home win of the season in front of a great crowd here on Morgan's Message Night. Could you just talk about a little bit about what it was like to be able to get your first win here of the season on the home turf?
Obviously, this win is special, but it's even more special with the cause that we have playing for us right now, just playing for something that has made such a huge impact on, not even just on student athletes, but the world so far. Having to be able to play for something so special, and the meaning of the game is just take it one step further, which makes it even more special.
Your two teammates, Reese Parker, 5 goals tonight, Capri Valentino with 4. How great is it to be able to play with players like that are able to find the back of the net real consistently?
Obviously, they're young players, and it's truly amazing to have some young players to be able to step up in that position and take on that role, and not act like they're freshmen or sophomores on the team. To be able to step up and be in that position makes it 10 times better. Not even just for ourselves, but as a team, it makes us flow 10 times better.
All right, Amelia, well, congratulations on 100 career points, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
19-3, the final score. Notre Dame victorious over Lawrence. And just a reminder, today's game on the WBCB Sports Network was brought to you by Fish Clothing Company. Fish represents the core values you dedicate to yourself every day. We want to inspire you to be the best and most fulfilled version of yourself. FISH is an acronym standing for faith in oneself and those around you. Integrity, always evolve with integrity. Strength, through adversity comes strength and honor. There is honor in the fight. 19-3, a big time win here for Notre Dame. And Freddie, your first call, first of all, how did that feel? And second of all, I mean, just a dominant from the full 48 minutes here out of the Irish. What did you like the best out of their game, and what did you like the best about being on the call for the first time?
Being on the call, I got to say, I mean, it's pretty interesting. That's usually not my thing. I stand on the sideline. I just watch the game. I get in my zone, and that's just me if you asked anybody. But it was nice to be a part of this tonight because it was such a special moment, especially for all the hard work that Notre Dame's put in to bring knowledge to mental health awareness. It's really been important here. To watch these girls bring home their first win, I think that's really special here. It was a beautiful night. The fans were packed. Lawrenceville against Notre Dame High School of Lawrenceville. There was a lot of people from this area here. I just think the game was that special. The 100 career points, as well as Coach Fisher with the 200. I mean, that just closed the deal. There were so many accolades and so many things they were playing for here tonight. Just that much more special of a night. I really appreciate you having me here as a guest. I appreciate it, Jordan, so much. Thank you.
Well, thank you for being here with us, and we will be back on April 27th, 10 a.m. when Notre Dame takes on Paul VI. That will be the next girls' high school lacrosse game we have for you on the WBCB Sports Network. And so one final time for the entire crew, Freddie Valentino on color commentary, Gus Barber, our video engineer, on the camera, Makai Gundy. I'm Jordan Hirsch.